Does apologizing after having made a mistake feel like it has high stakes associated with it for you? Do you instinctively feel that by apologizing, you are exposing yourself to danger or harm? Or that you're putting yourself in a position where the other person can now take advantage of you? A woman I interviewed said, "If I didn't believe in the Lord, if I didn't have this faith, I probably would not set aside face and apologize. I would rather let go of the friendship. But after believing in Jesus, the situation changed. To be a channel of love, you have to apologize first." How about you? Do you view apologizing as a weakness or a strength? Hi, I'm Dr. Jolene Kinzer, and I'm so glad you're here. We are in the heart of Chapter 4 of Changing Normal. In our last video, we saw how Adam and Eve's disobedience resulted in a fractured understanding of face. Today, we're going to look at what happens when that face is redeemed and how it changes the way we handle conflict. A man named Li Qiang was an older member in his Bible study group, and he also happened to be the group leader. And something happened between him and a younger member that resulted in Li knowing that he needed to apologize. He wrestled with whether or not to apologize. And when he told me that he did finally decide to apologize, he said, "My identity before God is the most important. If he, this other man, now views himself as better than me because I chose to set aside my face and apologize, I won't pay attention to this." In reality, we don't need to get rid of face. Rather, we need to look to God instead of people to meet our most fundamental face needs for love, affirmation, value, honor, acceptance. Because Li's identity was secure, the possibility of losing face from someone else didn't shake him. When our face needs are met in the face of God, as I described last time, we can behave differently in any relationship. We might still feel an initial sting of loss of face in certain experiences, but we can recover more quickly because we remember where our true face comes from. Li's experience highlights the difference between two worlds. You see, our current face condition, apart from Christ, is so fragile. Our face increases or diminishes and can even be lost based on what we say and do, or based on what others say about us or do to us, especially when a third party is present. Giving, saving, and protecting face is about our attempts to find acceptance and establish this sense of worth, value, a sense of honor and esteem. When people disagree with us, raise concerns, or point out our mistakes or our sin, we unconsciously sense that our reputation is in jeopardy because we feel a loss of face or shame. We get defensive, we get angry, we feel the need to prove our position or to protect ourselves. But in God's kingdom culture, our true God-given face doesn't increase or diminish and cannot be lost based on what we say and do, or based on what others say about us or do to us, no matter who is present. Giving and saving and protecting face is about reflecting God's face to each other as we seek to live in harmonious community. The worth, value, honor, and esteem and acceptance that God has already given to us, we can also now give to one another. We often assume that if we apologize, we'll lose face. But as one woman, Li Qiang, put it, when you can sincerely apologize, you actually restore your own face, your own honor. This turns our logic upside down. When she said that to me, I immediately thought of James chapter 4, verse 10, which says, "Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but my boss isn't Li Qiang. And you're right. The challenge of living in this fallen world is that our reputation in the eyes of others, particularly those in power, does profoundly impact our daily lives. Bosses give respect or promotions and express trust or support when they look favorably on us. At a gut level, we believe that exposure of our mistakes or sin will turn our reputation in the eyes of others, will ruin our reputation in the eyes of others. So we experience this deep need to protect our reputation. And yet as children of God, there's no sin, there's no mistake that will ever ruin our reputation in God's eyes. We can admit a mistake, we can confess a sin, and keep our true face intact. Having true face from God gives us the courage to live in peacemaking ways, even in a fallen world. But that's just the beginning. How do we help others feel safe? How do we build a community where we give true face to one another? We'll start that conversation in our next video. I'll see you then.